What is going on, everyone? My name is Boy and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Thanos. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is KnorrsSeaSquash. The map is Ghost Lake. And this is a best of 3. It's currently 1-1 for both of these players. So this is match point. Whoever wins this game gets to go on to the next round. Had some really good games so far. This is a... You know what it is. You know what it is by now, don't you? Random Civ Smurf tournament. So we have no idea who these players are. Could be anybody. We've got KnorrsSeaSquash and we've got Thanos. That's all we know. Random names behind the computer screen is someone we know, but we don't know them just yet. I believe all the names are going to get revealed at the end of the tournament. So stick around for the name reveals. Very, very exciting times. And yeah, we have Thanos getting his Odin against Atlantean. I think he's happy with that one. But it is Kronos. So we are going to be seeing Norse go for his Kronos rush yet again. I don't hate this at all here. This is double goldmine Ghost Lake, but for Odin to function, he needs hunt. So if you can cut him off the hunt, then you cut off the Ulsark production. And he has to do something different. So KnorrsSeaSquash is going to be going for that one. Plant the temple down over here. If you can spot this hunt here. One thing you need to know about the way constraints work is hunt's not going to spawn near... Well, I mean, if you see berries here and a forest, hunt's not going to spawn too close to this. So you should move this oracle just once you spot both of these things. You go, okay, it's not going to be here. Let's go a little bit further somewhere else, and you may spot it over here, or you might spot it over on the top side. Luckily, Norse has found all of his hunt, so he's going to be over the moon about that one. Has some boar here as well. Got some goat in this location to get himself all the way to the next age. He's going to have those 5 villages real soon. Stops the production, and we can see Norse resources slowly but surely going to start creeping up to 400. He's going to be going for that Kronos rush. We'll see what he can do with it. The ox cart's sharing over here, but no temple getting thrown down. Maybe going to hide it in the bottom again. I don't mind hiding it in the bottom. We finds a bunch of goat as well. That's going to be nice. But no temple just yet. We'll see what happens. I think maybe Thanos thinks there's no way that this guy goes Kronos rush 2 times in a row. He's almost got the temple in the right spot. This one's okay. Totally under town center protection, but not right next to the town center like we like it. But for some reason, all these goat are sitting here. He's going to great hunt this at some point, I think. Wait, what? What's he doing? Oh, he's moving forward to the caribou. And it looks like the temple is up on the top side. So he's actually got access to this. This is really, really risky. But he's going for the ultimate great hunt here. Seeing how many of these he can get. And it's going to be really important for him to get as many. He doesn't get any goat there. He had 11 already. But he gets pure caribou, which is fine. But I actually think... against this Kronos rush, it would have been better for him to go for pure goat here instead of for the caribou. But I'm going to get the goat back to his base as soon as he can, throwing down houses everywhere. Promethean running around trying to find some stuff. No hearse are getting built just yet. No, the oracles are on top of this house here. Oracles moving up over here to check out this location. We've got the counterbags popping down to the bottom of the base here, and the Promethean finds some gatherers but stomps right on by them. And the Oracle is missing these villages for the time being, but finally spots them as he moves in. And after that one's picked off, ooh, I like this. He's under town center fire. You can retreat the Ulfsark in, and he's going to pick off that Promethean. The villagers turning around to try and fight back. Just to micro a little bit to run these villagers away. Don't want to lose it. He does actually lose it. With focus is absolutely huge. We do see the temple's going down. Freya's on its way. Just need to pick off this. Oh, he's going to lose the Ulfsark. He puts that into his town center. Nice harass so far. by KnorrsSeaSquash in order to deal a lot of damage. These villagers are still trying to gather as best they can, but as Promethean coming in and as the Oracle's coming in and everything else, they're going to start dying nice and quick. But Freya comes in and no free Valkyrie for Thanos. Really nice deconstruct time, trying to yet again use that mana as pathing blockage, but not going to be able to kill any more villagers. There is one really low HP villager, and he does manage to snipe it there. But we now have resources that he can gather right in here. He can move down and grab this gold mine. He should retreat away from this, but the town center's doing some nice work, picking off these units. Remember, every single time he picks off a villager, it's fine if he loses some of these military units, because he's so far ahead on the economy because these villagers don't keep coming out instantly, I think. Or maybe they do at this point, but he does have a lot of villager idle time in the early game. So you have some leeway, or some stuff you can get away with it. But we'll see what he does. He's getting the longhouse up. We'll see what he goes for here. If he goes for Ulfsark or raiding cavalry here, he's going for the Ulfsark. I don't mind going Herser Ulfsark here, because he needs to pick off this Promethean, and if you can get Lone Wanderer by not spending the extra wood on another longhouse, he's not going for that, then he should be okay. But you're going to have to retreat yet again off this gold mine. Again, he's got a perfectly decent gold mine back here, and these villagers, all these dwarves, are not retreating as best as you can. The path block is not the best, but Promethean's coming in, and that is going to be hurting. And I think maybe if you probably walls off around here, you could try and get that happening. I know it says no gold in the bank, 37 population to 49 for Norse. Struggling just a little bit here. Now the army of Norse coming around here to fight in this location. There is a watchtower over here as well to help out, and it is in range, so it's going to get a couple of hits over here before any deconstruction's coming down. We still have a little bit of time left on that god power there, on the deconstruction, and Thanos just running up and down trying to get that gold income, because he's sitting at 0% here. He's got some Ulfsark sitting idle, so he may be able to do this. If he can split up the ox cart on the bottom and on the top and split up his dwarves as well, he may be in a better position to run between the two gold mines. Maybe the way to do this, but really well played. Oh, thank you so much for the 100 bits, Post Stallone. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And the Ulfsark moving in. Well, I'm just trying to survive at this point. And Lone Wanderer finally coming out for Thanos. That's going to help him deal with this army. He can't fight this army until he has Lone Wanderer, because he needs to dodge the termite arrows while he runs in to attack them. That's how you beat these guys. Otherwise, he can hit and run, and that's not what you want. And now we've got Kara Ballister coming out as well. Valor coming down. It's still Norse at 72 population to 41 population here. And and that's that. We see the ox cart getting picked off. He manages to survive. So that's those four dwarves alive. And how's his whole situation? Still very, very minimal here. Trying to take down the counter barracks here. Not going to be able to get it though. And these Ulfsark are going to start losing their lives if he doesn't run away. Oh, 2 Ulfsark. No, you can't be doing this. You can't be throwing away your Ulfsark like that. And it's looking like Norse is now moving into the top gold mine yet again to keep picking off these units. Left, right, and center. And there we go. The dwarves do die. And these dwarves over here onto the gold mine. Yet again, Norse running around to the bottom. And the mana is taking this. Well, I guess the Ulfsark taking the mana down. Should be able to pick it off before it gets out of there. Ooh, trying to path block while he takes down the mana. I like it. The dwarves yet again having to retreat. Still managing to keep them alive. And starting to get more dwarves here. Possibly is almost out of goat as well. Looks like the Ulfsark is ready to do what he did last game. He's going to be leaving his base, looking to get the raids happening here. And that's going to be it. Thanks so much for the extra 100 bits. Funny comment, but it's not true. Age of Mythology, the best RTS ever created in the history of RTS ever. And everybody here is going to be supporting that sentiment, I believe, including you. So request the extra 100 bits to say that you were right. Age of Mythology is the best, or else. But Ulfsark now coming in. Oh, he's going to find these villagers here. He does have a forest fire, so he could trap these villagers. No, he doesn't get there fast enough, and Knorrs does spot it, so he's going to be on top of these villagers trying to pick them off. But they have such good pathing that they get away from him. But oh, he's so close to getting them. He gets one villager kill. He wins one for the little guy right there, but he's still struggling to get gold income here. But I guess he doesn't care too much. As long as he can keep getting it slowly but surely. Ulfsark find these villagers over here and start taking down the manor if he wants. But we do have Knorrs. He's on top of these Ulfsark here. So he's only going to get a couple of hits onto this one before anything else happens. But while this is happening, he's really managing to slow down Knorrs from attacking both gold mines and moving around. Because now we've got two separate raiding groups. Villagers are sitting idle over here for the citizens. And he needs to get them... elsewhere at this point, but he is going to be doing that one. Villagers on top of that over here, sniping down temples as well, trying to make as much chaos as he possibly can. And we have some farms now coming in for Kronos, pulling off this gold mine yet again as the army is trading away. Not sure why he's swapping there, but feels confident that he wants to get as much gold out of this forward gold mine as he can get before he needs to go to the back gold mine. But still distracting the army everywhere. Manages to force a time shift forward here, actually, to stay around these units. But the army moving forward. So nice prediction there from Kronos as the army moves forward and sees no gold villagers on that gold mine. So I wonder if he's got the scout on this. He's going to be swapping gold mines preemptively every couple of seconds here. But Kronos, he's everywhere right now. He's on top of this manor. He's going to pick off these citizens as well straight away afterwards. And that's going to be huge. He's going to probably be able to kill both of them maybe. But he should commit to just one, I reckon, just to make sure he gets it. And now the Ulfsark on the top looking for something else. Probably going to... he needs to pick off this citizen, but he's not microing it. There we go. He's on top of it now. Does he have... He needs to maybe cut Ulfsark production and get medium Ulfsark in so he can start thinking about fighting back against Knorrs here. KnorrsSeaSquash. So we'll see if he can get that one there. He tries to kill the goat, but does not manage to kill it. Turning around, trying to snipe a Miller here may be worth it, but going to be almost losing a Ulfsark at the cost of that. And we do see the army has spotted these gold villages yet again. And is going to be hurting even more. But still pumping out these Ulfsark. There's a couple of idle Ulfsark here you should probably think about getting used. But there is the Hyperion for Knorrs. Going to be using that chaos, and this is a big chaos really, because this is now 6 Ulfsark versus 4, and while this 6 Ulfsark win this. They're not that good. They go to Archaic Age Ulfsark, so probably the worst thing you could possibly build. But does manage to pick off a manor over here. We're seeing Kronos going for the main base here, trying to pick off some villagers on the farms here. No micro here, no garrison micro from Kronos. Going to be losing a Hersir though. And now finally, I think we might be seeing Kronos realize that he needs to come in and fight. You can actually get a nice surround on these units here. So they're going for the gold mine yet again. So all the units are making a retreat here. Still no resources, or not enough resources to get medium infantry. He's got a lot of food in the back, a lot of favor. So I'd love to see maybe some Valkyries pumping out. But Ulfsark in the top here, actually able to pick off a lot of these Uranos units. So huge win there. In the bottom here, these Ulfsark do all get picked off as well. So it's a kind of a multi-trade here. And that's it. Oh god. Okay. Thanks, Jay Huacos for the AOM best game ever made by the gods. You're very correct. And post forced for the reply, but it's just not going to be enough. Alright. We meme enough. Thanks for the bits, guys. Alrighty. The Ulfsark bouncing around, doing their stuff. Second town center now coming up for Norse, but Thanos in a bit of a better position than he was in last game when he faced this Kronos rush. But he just doesn't have, he doesn't really have the accomplishment in sight, does he? There's no real win condition for him here. It's just, can I stay alive is where he's at. Picking off a Timer there. Looking like he's preventing the town center for a little bit, but what is the win condition here for Thanos is a question you have to ask yourself. And I just don't see it. He needs to get Heroic Age to Skadi, pump out. Maybe that's not even a win condition. We're going to be seeing Mythic Age fairly soon, I reckon, for Norse as well. Actually, I tell a lie, it's a ways away, but we are seeing Thanos try and get Mythic Age here. Oh no, he's reproducing his Ulfsark. He's floating resources again, feels nice and happy about that one. Medium infantry coming through. And the gold, always on top of this gold mine as well. Losing even more villagers, but maybe not losing any villagers. These are some inaccurate units, I tell you what. But picks off one dwarf. And dwarves are hiding in the town center. Town center picks off Promethean there. Turns into Promethean Offspring. Second town center coming up for Thanos now. More Ulfsark getting pumped out. Just distracting him with those Ulfsark, trying to do as much distraction as he possibly can to force Norse to have to multitask all of that stuff here. We've got the Ulfsark getting greeted by the arrow fire of those Cara Ballister, and it's ouch. Ouch, how much population are we seeing? 130 of 130 to 62 of 115. It's amazing how much Thanos is making this stretch. He's running out of gold though. He's still building Ulfsark. And the army composition of KnorrsSeaSquash, even if Thanos gets to pop here, he's going to be struggling to just even beat this composition here with his Ulfsark. If he had raiding cavalry or something like that, it'd be a different story. He could like micro out the wazoo and see what he could do. But third town center now coming in for KnorrsSeaSquash. And the army is moving around, trying to prevent gold mines. I don't know why he doesn't just split the army up and sit one up here and one down here with all of the Ulfsark running around the map. Like, sure you have to defend it, but you only have to defend it with like maybe 10 pop, or maybe like 20 pop, chasing it around. Put 20 pop over here, 20 pop over here, and you're okay. But it looks like now he's going for the town center here. He's going down. There's a lot of damage he's taking, but doesn't have that much. He needs to throw an axeman out as well. Trying to, at the very least. Not really building any villages here. Ulfsark trying to repair the town center, but we've got the medium Ulfsark returning. If we can get on top of these Cara Ballister and pick them all off, it's a big win for Thanos. So we'll see if he can do that, but lots of villagers getting picked off here. And he does manage to get on top of all of those Cara Ballister there, so he manages to live another day. And Norse drops down to 106 population, but Thanos is at 59 population here. Absolutely insane. But Isle Dwarves in the back over here, trying to repair this one. He has to move forward up to here. And there's this gold mine. Starts to pick off a Oxguard there, but the villagers do turn around and manage to pick off all of those infantry units. But he is looking like Miller going into throwing action is kind of what Thanos wanted here. He's able to start that transition. How much gold he got in the bank? 210, so he's going to try and make an army out of this. Villagers all sitting idle in his town center, trying to hold on for his tournament life here. And Knorrs is just not able to finish this one off. But building straightforward, making more military barracks, just chopping away. Throwing Axemen get popped out of this town center. Could pop out the villagers as well if he wanted to start taking out some of these Murmillo. Knorrs just throwing away units at this point, and Palace now coming down in the face of Thanos. There's nothing he can do to stop that one. But another Caraballister out. And we've got the Murmillo trying to move in yet again, but there's just so many medium throwing axemen here. Looking like he's trying to take it down, but the repairing, that's going to be all of his gold gone. Thanos had 0 gold, or 24 gold, I should say, 0 food. And he sees the palace coming up in his face, and once that goes up, what do? That's going to be destroyers as well, and potentially, well, probably not Mythic Age, because Knorrs is spending all his resources on infantry and throwing them away, trying to prevent Thanos from functioning here. These Caraballister dealing damage. Destroyers now going to be coming out. Needs to get out some more, get those Arcus out now to combat the throwing axemen, and then once he gets the destroyers in here, this town center is just going to fall very fast. These idle dwarves, no gold mines at the top of the map for him to sneak to. And these infantry units just going for the town center. A couple of destroyers are all he needs in combination with all of those Murmillo, and he's got so much economy now to play with it. He can just spam units from all of his military buildings. Takes down the town center there. Caraballister takes down everything else, and the Murmillo just absolutely shredding all of these dwarves and everything else. Villagers looking like they're ready to fight back, but that's going to be it. Thanos taps out. GG, well played by KnorrsSeaSquash, managing to take the game there. And Thanos just not able to fight back there. I feel like, I'm not sure what he could have done here, but it's just such a tough thing for Knorrs to deal with, that Kronos rush here. But and you have the 2 gold mines. I feel like with maybe with better building placement around the back here, we could have gathered this gold mine, no problems. Or maybe even a wall would have been worth a while to throw up, and at least it would have given him some time. But well played there by KnorrsSeaSquash, taking the game, taking the series 2-1. Gets to move on to the next round. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and we'll get the next game going very, very soon.